Hello everybody, my name is Regina Sang, KASS TV in Washington DC. Welcome to our program of today, where we're going to follow up on a program that we did with Dr. Kaluyu in Nairobi some time ago, where he had promised that he was going to unveil some books that he was working on, and that the books are now ready. And also he's going to talk about various other issues that we can share together, that's going to be of help to you and me. And, every day is a learning process. Every day is, you learn something new or you hear something new, which can be of help to you and me. So help me in welcoming Dr. Kaluyu to the studio. Welcome.
Thank you.
Once
Thank
again.
you for having me.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yes. The last time we did a show in Nairobi.
Nairobi, yes.
And
yes.
it was a coincidence, actually. We just bumped into each other, and I'm like, oh, Dr. Kaluyu, what are you doing here? And you're like, what are you doing here?
I always appreciate
So anyway,
that.
we did a show in KASS TV studios in Nairobi, and we're going to do one today. So you're welcome again.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thanks for coming.
Regina.
Thanks for coming. So since the time we spoke in Kenya, how long were you in Kenya at that time?
I was in Kenya for only about 2 weeks. Actually, it was exactly 2 weeks. It was short. 2 weeks is usually short, but it was about 2 weeks.
And he's also a professor at Strayer University, one of the very successful professors. And it's not cheap, though, that university. It's a private university. It's not cheap, but somebody can come in and maybe later on can transfer to another college or whatever.
Yeah, actually, education itself is not cheap anywhere. May it be in the United States, may it be in Kenya. It is not cheap whatsoever. The issue here and the problem is that I discovered that way after, I finished school and I was teaching and I was a university campus dean, that there are many ways that you can actually make sure you can almost go to school for free. One is through performance. If you have high performance, there are always grants everywhere. If I performed straight A's all the time, even though I wouldn't say I didn't perform at straight A's, I did a lot of performing, but I didn't know that information that you can actually get grants. The schools themselves, almost every university, they have grants within themselves for the students who are performing well. So your job is just to perform well. You're likely to get the grants, and even if you get smaller amount of the grants, you can be able to fill the gap with the small amount of money. So there are many ways, and other organizations that are international, you just have to have the information. Information is power. If you don't have it, then you're going to be lost for a while. You're going to be paying more for lack of knowledge.
So it's good to start, and then in the middle there you can see how to to apply for the.
Yeah, for those.
So you're talking about like academic scholarship, athletic scholarships.
Athletic scholarships and also acting, depending on the schools. Once you come here, the most important thing is to look for information. Where can you place yourself in a position that you can be able to educate yourself with the lowest amount of money? May it be in the same school, or you can transfer. With I-20s, they offer the option to transfer to another university without losing your status, and you can look for other universities. Most people come in and then they just continue going to school without asking any other pertinent information, and by the time they are done, they are paid so much, and they are tired, and sometimes you may, reject school and say it's just too hard, too expensive, but it shouldn't be. School should be fun. I'll tell you that. Learning should be fun.
Yeah, and I understand also that when they are in particular visas, they're not allowed to work.
Yes, I-20, if you are an F1 status, you are not allowed to work. However, you can work 20 hours through the university that you work with some permission. There are other methods that you can be able to get hardship permissions through actually immigration, and you can be able to get a work permit and be able to go to work as well. So it is more of, if you know the information and if you apply the information, the methods are there. Yeah. You just have to come and find where you get the resource of information.
Thank you. Thank you so much. So anyway, that's a very good advice from Professor Kaluyu about those students who want to come here or who succeed in coming here. You know, you heard what he said. So good luck with, you know, looking for schools. It's not easy to decide, but good luck with whatever information he has given us. So anyway, we're going to talk about your books.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to talk about your books because, because so that we don't lose our viewers from the other show to this one. We talked about the books, and you have come out with the books. So this slogan of URP of Ruto says kusema na kutenda.
That is, yeah, that's amazing.
This guy is a real kusema na kutenda. He said it and he's produced it. So we have one of the books here. It's called Succeeding in the Face of Challenge.
Making every action count.
Making every action counts.
Yes.
Success is a mindset. Money is just a byproduct. That's self-reflection. It's a very good book. Yeah. There it is right there. And there is a doctor, Professor Kaluyu. Yeah.
It's only $19.99.
Right there. So we have this book. What is inside this book? Just briefly.
So we have.
Don't tell us too much because we might not buy it.
It covers a lot of topics. If you go to the main table of contents, you'll be able to see that I feel they are very powerful topics, like succeeding as a student in the face of challenge. Every student has a challenge. We've just been talking about that in a couple of minutes ago. So I talk about how to navigate through the process of being a student, how to be able to pass your classes, how to make it easy for you to learn. There is, believe me, there is a process. Now, and you can read more in the book as well. I talk about how to succeed as a worker, as an employee, how to get things to do, how to get promoted, how to ask for a salary, those kind of things, how to succeed as a leader. It is a book, one of my friends said that it's about 10 books because it is 11 chapters. It's almost 10 books in one because I talk about marketing and sales. I talk about how to succeed in personal finances, how to make sure that you can use the best use of the money, the paycheck. You see, even Kenya, we can learn something from Kenyans and the teachers. You find teachers who earn just small salary. They have big houses in Kenya. They don't do any corruption, but they have taken their time and they know how to make sure that their money works for them. But if you let the money work for you, work you out, it knows how to time itself.
Okay, awesome. So that's the book right there. Succeeding in the Face of Challenge. It's very good for everybody to get it. And where can we get it?
This one,
actually, I got mine.
That's fine. I'll need to sign it. The book, and by the way, the book signing, I've just spoken to Kevin of Swahili Village. He's willing to give me a venue for book signing because I wanted to associate the book with the Kenyan fabric because I am proud of my origins. So you can be able to get it, to buy it. You can go to my website, which is drjeffspeaking.com, drjeffspeaking.com, and you can be able to place an order. I will be giving coupons if you in the first few people who buy. So
buy one, get one free.
There are two. So we may talk about the other one as well, and then I can give you. You can be able to get discount on the other one. So my assistants will work with you on that.
All right. So this one is you said book signing is going to be in Swahili Village. What dates are they?
The specific dates is about April. He's yet to give me the dates, and he's going to announce it. He's going to blast it off.
Awesome.
And also I'll announce it in a different venue in a radio show that we'll probably talk about.
Okay. So Swahili Village. Yeah. So we're going to talk about the other book before we take a break.
And also, just before, you can get it on Amazon.
Amazon.
And you can also get it from the actual publisher, who is Ex Libris.
Okay. So there's so many ways of getting this book. And also the other book. Which is the other book?
It's called Timing.
It's called Timing and Engaging When It Matters the Most.
That is...
We don't have that book here, but it's out.
It's already out. Yeah, it's already been done.
Already out. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be able to give it out to the studios when it comes in.
So timing, engaging when it matters the most. So I was actually challenging Professor Kaluyu.
Go ahead.
I said I'm going to say it.
Yes, go ahead.
I'm going to say it. So he told me that he has this book, Timing, Engaging When It Matters the Most. So I arrive at the studio right on time, and this guy is not here. So I was like, okay, I'm going to give him a few minutes. I had a cup of tea, and I was like, oh, I don't have a watch. I was looking at my phone. He's not here. I called him. I said, are you the professor who's talking about time management? Anyway, he eventually came. He arrived here safely because he's a professor. He was in class, so I forgive him. He has a lot to do.
I totally apologize, Regina.
Tell me briefly about this book before we take a small break.
Yeah. So the book is actually one of the. I thought I have passion for both, but in terms of the mechanics of writing and the passion and the amount of blood and sweat that I put in, timing, I put more time into it because I wanted to be able to show what time is about. Yeah. Time, how it was developed. A lot of people don't understand what time it is. Every country has even a timekeeper. Yeah. It has a timekeeper.
Oh my.
Otherwise, otherwise there will be a problem. You'll be taken, if we don't time things correctly, you'll be taken to Arizona instead of going to state of Maryland. Yes. But then from the interrogation of time, I go to talking about how we time our employers, for example, when we are asking for a raise in in salary, how to time to sell more in any sales and marketing event, how to time to make sure that employees are getting what they need and you can lead them as opposed to managing them operationally, and instead of them following you out of morbid curiosity, they can actually follow you as a leader. So there is a lot that I find it very powerful. It has been published. Yeah. I'm supposed to be receiving both copies, but I just received the copies of Succeeding, and I wanted so much to be able to show it to you, so I'll be able to send you a signed copy.
All right. So when we come back, we're going to talk about the challenges of writing a book, what kind of challenges you went through. If it's easy, I mean, if it was easy, everybody would have written a book. I'm very sure there are some challenges that he went through. So don't go anywhere. We shall be right back. Thank you so much. Regina Sang, KASS TV in Washington, D.C.